Hello everyone, welcome back to Shamrock Fresh. Chef Chris Casson bringing you down into the warehouse again. We're going to take a look at a handful of specialty produce items that we've got laid out on the table. Maybe talk about a few ways to utilize these items and hopefully give you some good ideas. Let's go over to the table and take a look. So the first item we're going to look at here, we've seen before. It's a very popular item here at Shamrock Foods, and this is our mixed baby heirloom tomatoes. And you're going to get 8 1-pound clamshells in the case, and as you can see, it's a good variety. You got some pear tomatoes, some grape tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, red and yellow. More flavorful with it being the heirloom variety, obviously the original non-hybrid style tomato. You're going to get a little bit more flavor packed in this tomato than you would typically see in, say, a Roma or a Vine Ripe. Now the next item is actually a great one for desserts, for chefs to use maybe in different styles of sauces or glazes. This is our Meyer lemons, and typically you can tell a Meyer lemon because the rind's going to be just a little bit darker in color, almost a combination between an orange and a lemon. As you cut this open though, you'll see these are still extremely juicy. They're going to have a good amount of the juice that you can incorporate into your dish. A lot of times chefs will use the zest of the rind as well. But another great item, and this comes in a 10-pound case here at Shamrock Foods. All right, the next item we have here are baby artichokes, and you can see the case is going to give you quite a few baby artichokes. This is somewhat labor intensive, but what you get as a finished product will definitely shine on your menu. If you're not familiar with how to clean these, you're typically going to take the end off. You're going to peel back over the stem. You do want to keep the stem. It's nice and tender. You're going to peel the outside off, trim the top, and then you're going to want to blanch these off in like a lemon water or some type of acid, whether it's vinegar or lemon juice. Keep in mind that once you do clean these, they will start to oxidize, so you need to also keep them in water until you actually cook them off. But great item to incorporate into your dish. You can roast them off, you can saute them, mix them with some other vegetables. All right, definitely a fun item to incorporate in. You don't need very many. This is our habanero pepper. Now, we've highlighted the ghost chili most recently. If you recall, the habanero is 500,000 Scoville units on the heat index, where the ghost chili is just over 1 million Scoville units. So about half as hot as a ghost chili. But you're going to be able to incorporate this into chilies or roast them off, make, sometimes people do a habanero jam, something of that nature. But just be careful, obviously, when utilizing this product and breaking it down. You don't want to get those oils from your fingers in your eyes or anything of that nature. Now, we always like to highlight the exotic wild mushroom mix. Typically, there's 3 types in it. Right now, because we're in somewhat of a transitional season and looking at other mushrooms coming in, they've only got 2 in here. Now, we've got the clusters of king trumpets. You can see how nice those look. I love the king trumpets just because they stay fairly dry. They grill up really nice mild flavor, especially for people who maybe aren't too familiar with exotic mushrooms. This is a good way to start. And then, of course, we've got our chanterelles, and you can see, once again, they're nice and dry. They're going to break apart. They should saute up very well without bleeding into the pan. And you're getting a good chunk of chanterelle mix in here. So nice mushroom mix, good to utilize on your menu. All right, this is a newer item for Shamrock. We love this one. This is our Tana Maranantal, or our TNA artisan blend. So a lot of times you'll see this in the store, and it's more of a mini pack. Shamrock carries this in actually a bulk pack, and this is definitely a good substitution if you're doing spring mix in-house. I'll show you, typically are getting about 5 to 7 different heads inside. You can trim these off, break them down, make your own spring mix, or do more of a specific type salad, whether you're doing the red oak or the any of these other blends that are in here. And you're getting an 8-pound case, so it's a good amount of yield for what you're doing compared to, say, a 3-pound box of spring mix or the bulk spring mix that you may already be using in-house. And the last item we have here, something a little more unique. Braising greens are definitely going to be coming into season here as it starts to cool down. This is our organic dinosaur kale. You can see it's kind of got that old looking, almost like the dinosaur skin, if you will, but that texture to it. Great braising green. You're getting 12 of these bunches in a case, and once again, it is organic, so something that you can highlight on your menu. So I think we've shown you a good mix of products here today. Obviously, kind of get the juices flowing for the changeover into some of the fall and winter menus. If you are available on October 11th or 12th, please come down and see us at the Denver Merchandise Mart. We're holding our annual food show. I'll be at the produce booth. We'll have a lot of fun items, especially on our specialty display. So come down, say hello, see what new items we may be bringing into stock, and hopefully we'll see you there. Hope you enjoyed this version of Shamrock Fresh, and we'll see you again next week.